Hey everybody, I wanted to share some thoughts that have been kind of coalescing for me and share them with you, get your feedback. And it's about how churches are built, how churches are planted, how they're formed. And I've realized that over these 5 years of doing new wineskins, that part of what God has called us to do is kind of reverse engineer and build churches backwards. Let me explain what I mean. The traditional model of church that we have starts with a worship gathering. It tries to draw people in and attract people into a worship gathering. And then the hope is that when people come to worship, that you'll have these ways of getting them involved in community with each other. And then you'll have ways of getting them involved in mission and outreach and evangelism in the world. That they will then be able to live into discipleship and grow in their faith. That's kind of how most churches operate, is let's bring people in through our programming, let's get them to the church, and then we'll try to send them out from the church later. And what New Wineskins does, what I'm realizing we're doing, not just what my family's doing in San Antonio, but others are doing, is we begin with social community. And so we begin by trying to help basically nurture and create a village that is safe for everyone, a village that is inclusive of all people, no matter what their age is or their ability or their faith, one that is kind and one that is joyous, one that is generous and abundant in what it has. And so the social aspect of creating this community, this village, on a neighborhood basis or in third spaces, is the kind of foundation of how churches are built in the New Wineskin way. And then out of that, what we're discovering, or at least what I'm experimenting with, is creating opportunities as a part of that robust community to create service and mission and justice and advocacy opportunities so that people can be involved in the transformation of the world on a personal and systemic level. So they can be involved in their city and making it better and healing it and being part of that work. And then offering, as a part of this large community that is becoming more of an ecosystem, making sure there are opportunities for our spiritual health as well for people of all ages. So having Bible studies or having community events where faith can be talked about on an interfaith level, or having a small worship gathering that starts, like the dinner church we have in our neighborhood. And then giving more discipleship opportunities if there are people who are wanting to follow Jesus and who are wanting to grow in their faith or at least explore their faith, creating those opportunities out of the foundation of this social village, this community. And what's so key about this is not neutral, because you can create villages and communities with all kinds of cultural characteristics, right? You could have a village that's very toxic, right? Where, people know each other and you're interacting, but it's not really fun and it's abusive and it's hard. When we talk about creating community as Christians, either we help to create that community from the outset, or we enter existing communities more likely, and we bring what the scriptures say, salt and light, so that we help wherever we can help make that community, again, more life-giving and joyous and inclusive and a blessing to others and safe and fair. And these values we bring, these kingdom values, we are making a particular kind of village. And that particular kind of village looks like, more and more like, the beloved community, the kingdom of God, the dream that God has for humanity. And what's so interesting about this reverse engineered kind of backwards way of building church is what it does is it creates community for people, whether or not they're Christian, whether or not they end up being a part of a worshiping community. So it leaves this kind of mark that's positive in the community. Again, whether or not people end up being affiliated with your organization or with your church. Furthermore, it allows you then to be in mission and service and justice work with community members that might not share your faith, might be different than you. And then it allows there to be discipleship opportunities to explore and grow in faith for people no matter who they are. So what it actually does is create a robust evangelism environment where people of authentic faith are able to to share their faith in a way that is not proselytizing, it's not pushy, but it's available and it's open and it's saying, hey, this is who we are. And it's not threatened by some other church or some other faith also sharing their perspective. I mean, the bottom line is, as Christians, if we believe we have good news, if we believe that following Jesus is something that is attractive and good and that people will want, we don't need to worry about it. We just need to worry about offering it fully to others. So I just wanted to share, this is a developing idea. I think it's kind of been in my mind for a long time, and maybe others have thoughts about it, but I'd love to have you be thinking about this. Is this what's happening as you experience new wineskins in your neighborhood or in third spaces, that we're trying to create particular communities that reflect the values of the kingdom of God? And then as it grows and as we share our faith, it also gives opportunities to be a part of eventually a worshiping community. And by the way, that is kind of where this ends up, is that eventually you have people who are a part of a worshiping community that stem out of the foundation of this wonderful village, this social community that has all of these other elements. All right, let me know what you think. God bless you. Have a great day.